Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with the steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, oh, Thou who hast by Thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met Thee. Lest our hearts drunk with the wine of the world, we forget Thee. Shadowed beneath Thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. True to our God, true to our native land.
is following it. So, what's up? What's up? What's up? I just wanted to start off like that because hey, that's what we do. That's we have to remember our own. We have to remember our own. So before we get started, let's go ahead and hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the like button, hit the like button, share the video. How do you share it? It's a little arrow right next to the like button. If you click that little arrow, you can share it to any platform. You can send it in text messages, DMs, all of those good things. Subscribe. Thank you to those who have already subscribed. Bring somebody on over with you. Bring somebody on over with you. And for 99 cents, 99, just 99 cents a month, you can become a member. There are some things in the members only now that I don't want to put in a public platform just because the readings and the what do you want to call them, the some stuff that I'm getting ready to be doing, I'm going to put in members only first because it's our community. So and we are intertwined with the Apostle St. James show. So all of those is some things that's going to be going on that is going to be in members only. So if you want the reading sessions, it's a good one in there now. 99 cents, you can have it, but I'm going to say this again. Anything in members only, that's a private community that comes out, hear public being talked about, it's going to be publicly responded to. So, and last but not least, turn on your notifications so that you know when I'm live, when I posted a video, when I loaded a short, all of those good things. Londa, you said how was it? It's cool. It's cool. But that guess what? You here now. You are here now. So the ways to give, the ways to give is Cash App, $ Sean Talk Show, PayPal at Sean Talk. I mean $ Sean Talks. PayPal is at Sean Talk Show. Zelle is under construction right now, but I'm getting ready to switch some stuff, but you can still send there. So let me tell you a story. My verification went to my old address for my super chats and all of that. So I'm just going to ask until I get that and verified and all of those things that you would just use these forms of support because I can't get to it. So I have December, January, and February sitting patiently awaiting. So, and by all means, follow us on all platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and now Facebook. So if you have not followed on any of those platforms, please do so. Please do so. So, I'm not gonna be before you long. I know they say that all the time in the church house, but I'm really not gonna be before you long. I was just, you scroll and roll through the YouTube streets, and I just kept seeing different things, and we know that yes, there are pastors and leaders that are going through specific things, specific struggles, or I mean, they call them struggles, but they're going through life. And I'm not in the middle. I don't play both sides, but I see both sides. So I may say some things that may be a little controversial, but it's okay. That's why we have conversations, right? So I was, listening and watching, and I hear people and see people say things like, pastors, if they got caught doing this, they should step down. Or if the pastor did that, they should step down. And then you have pastors who have taken themselves down because they feel like they have done something. Um, is that accountability? Yes. But the question comes when a pastor or preacher struggles or fails, does that automatically mean that they're fake? Does it automatically mean that they're not called? Does that automatically mean we don't believe what they've been saying? That's the question. Like, where do we kind of draw the line? Where what really happens? Or does it just mean they're human? People don't like to hear that when you say, yeah, they human, but they're human. First, they're human, right? So I'm gonna talk about something that sometimes spark strong reaction in the church. Um, it's when a pastor or spiritual leader struggles, um, or when a failure comes out, people immediately start saying things, he not real, he not of God. But the real question is, what does the Bible actually say about leaders, their accountability, and the expectations? So we got the most recent uh controversial story that's out now. I was trying to play it Sunday. We did talk about it Sunday, and I was trying to play it, but for some strange odd reason, my computer was doing something crazy. So I'm going to try to play this again today. Y'all let me know if you can hear it. If you can hear it this time, give me a thumbs up. I know Sunday we had a problem with it, but um let me know if you can hear it.
Oh, you had an affair with your co-pastor for 12 years. Anybody that has ever had an affair, anybody that's ever been in an extramarital relationship, understand that I had an affair.
Before I go any further, I just want to know if you can hear it. Let me get my other device and see. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, cool, 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 cool. You can hear, you can hear, you can hear. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen. Although we know some people have heard it, but we're going to go ahead and just listen to a few things that he said. So let's listen. Thank you, Land. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I have an affair. I don't think that is without question. I had an affair. I stepped out on my wife. This started when I was in my 20s, early 20s when I first got married. All right. And it was something that I knew was wrong. I knew was wrong. And I stopped trying to do it. Just like anybody that's addicted to something. You have days where you do it. You have days where you don't. You have weeks where you go without it. You have years where you go without it. My problem is that I kept the relationship close.
Okay, so he admitted to it, right? He admitted to it, and people absolutely lost their mind. Now, here's the thing: there's no time limit on when somebody is supposed to come forward. There is no time limit on when a person should feel convicted or when a person should. All of that is personal. That's what people feel. You feel like, okay, if they did it on Thursday night, Sunday morning, they should be telling it in the pulpit, or they should go live Friday. That's not necessarily true. There is no, first of all, God does not work on time. That's first thing. So there isn't going to be a time on this. Oh, I'm gonna lose some people. Um, it's always, are they called? Should they be? And the verse that comes up a lot in the conversation is, of course, James 3:1. It says, not many people should become teachers, because teachers will be judged more strictly. So the Bible is clear about leadership carrying greater responsibility. So when you step behind a pulpit, when you influence people spiritually, the standard of accountability is higher. But is it higher to the members, or is it higher to God? That's where I think I understand what people are saying, but I think that's where people get crossed up. We're not the final judges. We're not the ones who have the final say so. How we would like things to be and how things are sometimes are two different things. Accountability is not the same thing as perfection. That's where it gets off balanced a little bit, because some people hear greater accountability and they translate that into never make a mistake. That's not possible. That it's not possible. But the Bible never says leaders become perfect people. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that pastor, preacher, elder, evangelist, bishop, archbishop, pope, none of them, nobody is perfect. We strive to be perfect. That's why we lay down our sins daily, because we gonna have them. Correct? The Bible says if we say we have no sin, we deceived ourselves. That's written to believers, meaning nobody reaches a place where they are beyond struggle or beyond failure. I keep saying it. The Bible says, because they always want to go to the Bible when you speak about stuff, even when I want to do good, evil is always present. We can't take what scriptures we want to use and use them without using the scriptures that we need to use. So the real issue is honesty and integrity. Honesty and integrity. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Hit that like button. So the real issue the Bible addresses is not perfection. It's not perfection. The real issue It's how a leader handles responsibility. Do they take accountability? He did. Do they acknowledge wrong when it happens? He acknowledged it when he felt. Or we don't see, the thing is, when they come out to the public, we don't know if it's been handled in private already, how many years ago it was. For instance, the lady who came out about Bishop Ellis, she came with this story as if it had just happened when it had been years before. They had dealt with it, the church had dealt with it, the family had dealt with it, and it was over. But then when this comes, it's like, okay, what's then happened? Why is he still preaching? Why? Okay, so let's listen a little bit more.
After the initial infraction, I should have, with wisdom, guidance, counseling, I should have separated myself. I should have removed myself. I should have ended the relationship. But because I felt like the ministry side, the relationship side, the pure relationship side was still worth fighting for, this was wrong, and I felt like I could address it, that's the pride. That's the pride, that I felt like I could deal with it. Instead of immediately cutting the relationship off, I kept the relationship close while trying to deal with it. So there were times where I would go seasons without doing anything, being faithful to my wife, living pure, but because the relationship was still close and the individual was still in close proximity, it would end up happening again. So yeah.
So right here, we have to get off of what happened and acknowledge that this wasn't a continual, every day, every year relationship. So there were times where he felt convicted and he stopped. But sometimes that's like alcoholics. When they are in recovery, sometimes they can't even be around it because they're still too weak. So them being around, they can't go to a bar for a birthday party. They can't if they know that, hey, my brother is about to have a party and they're going to be drinking and smoking, I may just take them out to dinner because they know that they can't be around that. Then you have those who are strong enough to say no. They can be around it and it don't bother them. They can have liquor in the house and it don't bother them. They can go to a party and it doesn't bother them. So what's going on, Just So Being Me? How are you, love? Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. So he's admitting that. He's telling what happens after the fact. He again, we don't know if this was talked about at the church. We don't know if they had a church meeting. We don't know if he had a family meeting. Like all of these things, we're just hearing, so we're making it a right now thing. But he's saying, yes, I should have done this. Yes, I should have done this. No, yes, I should have stopped. Yes, I should have. No, she shouldn't have still been in close proximity, which is true. But do we give credit because he's being honest, or do we beat him down because of what happened? Can we applaud him for being honest? Is it, would this be called integrity? Because leadership means people are watching, people are learning, and people are being influenced. So this could very well be the open door or open opportunity for more leaders to tell their truth. Some of them are scared to tell their truth because of this very thing, because of how they're going to be looked at, because of what's going to be said. So let's listen to a little bit more. Then I'll go into it.
It happened on and off again for a long time. But I can't say that there was any time that I'm just like, yeah, I got a girl on the side and I was taking care of my wife. I was taking care of my family. I wanted to be a good pastor. I wanted to be a good husband. But yeah, there were times that I struggled, whether it was pressure, whether it was insecurity, whether I was lonely. And I had a friend that I could go to. And that friend created space for us to do something that wasn't right. People say, oh,
Okay, let's take you down a little book. So we have him being accountable here. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Just being so me. As I watched that interview, that smirky look was giving no remorse. 12 years. Okay. Okay. Um, and this is not taking up for him. This ain't this by no means am I taking up for him. But could it be nervousness? Could it be I'm getting ready to tell the world this story and I don't know how I'm going to be perceived. I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash. I know I'm going to get um drug. I know I'm gonna get all this again. I'm not making not now an excuse. I'm just asking the question. It could possibly be uncomfortable. Sometimes we want them to do the Jimmy Swaggart and cry and fall out and repent before the world, but he did that and turned around and did it again. Just so being me says he only came forward after he was exposed. Now, that's another thing. She was also in this relationship for 12 years. So was the now some people when you having a little side and you want to break up and they be like, nah, we ain't doing that. I'm telling. I'm telling. And sometimes they're not strong enough. They don't want to lose their family. They don't want to lose their ministry. They don't want to be seen, and so they will continue on. I know people like that. Ooh, it's sad to say. But in my younger days, I know people who would blackmail the pastor for more money. Oh, I'm gonna tell your wife. That's the last thing they want you to do. So we sometimes we hold the pastor accountable because he is the leader. Yes. Do they have a greater responsibility? Yes. But we can't leave out the fact that he was not in a relationship for that long by herself. Just so being me, she is equally responsible. It took them both to continue the relationship. Exactly. She got married, still knowing he was married, still knowing. They both were serving in the church, still knowing. They both was probably sneaking around and stealing fields in the hallways or at the desk or whatever. So they're equally as responsible. But we hold the leaders to a higher standard because of their position. And I'm going to say something that might make some folks a little uncomfortable. I'm sorry in advance. But sometimes in the church culture, we put leaders on pedestals so high, that they almost have to become superhuman. And that's not fair. People expect the pastors and the bishops and the leaders to be perfect, flawless, immune to all temptations, immune to mistakes, can't see, can't look. It, but the Bible never called for superheroes. It never called for superheroes. It caused them to be servants with responsibility. You we put these expectations on them. We put expectations on other leaders that we ourselves, some as leaders, can't hold up to ourselves. Make that make sense. There are people that are in leadership positions, these YouTube pastors and evangelists. We hold the ones with the brick and mortar churches to these extra high standards that we ourselves can't even keep. Because if that was the case, none of us would be sinners, or none of us would be sinning, but we're all sinners, saved by grace. Every last one of them. Every bishop, every pastor, every evangelist, everybody. We are all sinners. All of us. All of us. Can y'all hit that like button for me? If you haven't hit the like button. Can I just pause right here to ask 5 people to sow $5? You can send $5 to this Cash App right here. 5 people. I didn't put the goal up because the goal is going to go to the Essence, and I don't have my code yet. So if you just want to do a super chat, please do so. But until I get this rectified, please send your support to the Cash App pinned right there on the screen, right above the Detroit. Detroit 313. What up, though? Another question that I was hearing is if a leader struggles or fails, how long should it take before they say something? Or how long should it take before they acknowledge what they've done? Hello, Regina, at the Juice and Radio Talk Show. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. You can come up too if you want to. Oh, you say you'll be back. Okay. You can come up if you when you come back if you want to. We want them to do it right away. And sometimes right away is not the time. It's not our timing. It's not our timing. Uh, who is that? Pastor Tony Evans step down. We still don't know why. We don't know when. We don't know how. We don't know who. We don't know none of that. But he felt at that time that it was time for him, or that he needed to step down for a minute. And everybody, wow, what do you want to, what did he do? What did he, then everything started coming up. He got a baby. He he cheated on his wife. He went down and stole some crab legs. He bought a new, like, it's so many things that people came up with. Was he caught at the hotel? Was he caught at the bar? Is he drinking? Do he do drugs? Was he at the bathhouse? Was he at the, so many questions. Why can't it be just enough for a person to say, hey, I've fallen short. I think I need to chill. I want to step back for a minute and sit down, maybe do some therapy, um, give a minute for me and my family to work through this. Why is that not okay? And nowhere in the Bible does it give a specific timeline. But it does emphasize repentance, honesty, and accountability. But it don't say when. It don't say when. Just so being me say, we the people want to know the details. We want to know who, when, what, where, why, how long, where did y'all go, who else was there, how much was spent. Like, we want to know all of that. But I mean, we want to know. We the people, we just want to know. But we don't have to know, because at the end of the day, the only person who need to know is the person who already know, and the only person that has the say so on whether they go up or down. People feel like when something is hidden and you're going on like nothing is happening, that's when trust begins to break. Because here's the thing. Even before you come out to social media or whatever, if you were in public, 9 times out of 10, somebody seen you. Somebody took a picture. Somebody done already made a phone call. So people already know about it, especially if it's somebody in the church. There have been so many times that people have been in church knowing who the pastor's girlfriend or the youth pastor's girlfriend or whoever girlfriend, whoever boyfriend, whatever. The people know. They come to church every Sunday. They sing, they shout, they dance, they spit, they slob, they pass out. Some of they speak in tongues. Some of them speak in some tongue. Some, like, all of these things still happen, and people go home and they either talk about it on the way home, they talk about it at the restaurant, they get on the phone, girl, did you hear? Or the men get to the barber shop, doc, did you? They know it. They already know it. On a serious note, though, I like the way Evans and Fred Price Jr. handled their situations in public. It don't really take, like, yes, we nosy, we messy, we want to know the tea. We don't want to know the truth. Hey, I'm stepping down for a minute. Got some personal things going on. So while I deal with this, We're going to put the church in the hands of whoop whoop. I'll be back. We'll talk at a later date. That's what they give to us. We don't know what they give to the actual church family unless somebody comes and says, it's somebody, everybody got a phone, somebody recording something. So if somebody didn't quote unquote leak something and say, well, such and such and such and such happened, then we are going to assume. We always gonna assume, and we can't help it. We gonna assume the worst. If a pastor stepped down, he had to cheat. Oh, he had to cheat. What if he just had too many shots Douce? I mean, like, seriously. I Are we expecting accountability or are we expecting perfection? Because those are two very different expectations. If we expecting perfection, we might as well sack it up now. Sack it up right now. If we are expecting perfection from a pastor, sack it up now. Pack up your bags. Get your victuals, your little snack bag, and go ahead and leave. What's up, Nicole? Like, real talk. If we are expecting perfection from any leader, go ahead and pack your table up like Lawrence like Lawrence Fishburne did on The Color Purple when Squeak slapped. Go ahead and gather your wraps. Get your keys, get your coat, get your shoes, get anything on in the back, get your choir robe if you want it. If you didn't donated the communion trays and you want them back, you might as well go ahead and get that. And just going on home. Because you're never going to find a perfect leader. I'll take an accountable leader over a perfect leader any day because I know that perfection is not possible. So if you can be accountable, I'll take that. I'll take that. Listen, if it happened 5 years ago and the spirit said, today is the day, and you come and say, hey, listen, I messed up a while ago. Such and such happened, and I'm that's just me though. Does leadership carry responsibility? Absolutely. Absolutely. Their influence matter. Their integrity matters. But at the same time, we have to remember pastors and leaders are still human. The question is not whether someone struggles. The question is how they respond when they do it. How do they come to you and say it? When people come to you and say, you hurt me for, you call me a wide load. when a person says, okay, well, I apologize if you feel. No, don't do that. Because if I didn't feel it, I wouldn't be saying it. So what you do is apologize for how that made a person feel. If you're genuine, don't just come to me and apologize because you feel like it's the right thing to do. I can't stand that. If you don't sincerely mean it, don't come to me. If you are not done with what you gonna do, you really haven't been convicted, you really don't feel sorry, you just saying it, save it. Because then the next time you come around, you got to say, well, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. You don't apologize to people because they want it. You apologize because you sincerely mean it. If I say to you, you know what, I'm sorry I made you feel like that. I'm sorry, I used those words. I maybe could have said it different. I meant what I said, but I'll apologize for how I said it. It ain't no problem. You know, we squashed this, we good. They say okay, and then turn around and be like, I ain't that much. They didn't really apologize. They just apologize. Like, don't do that. If a person sincerely apologizes, can we really take that? And just because somebody says they're sorry does not mean that they're not going to do something again. It may not be the same thing, but again, we're human. We're going to do something. Exactly, Nicole. Empty apologies. I don't want no empty apology. If I apologize to somebody, you better believe I mean it. I don't just say I'm sorry or forgive me for, I don't just do that. I don't just say I'm sorry for no reason. I don't I don't say I don't give sorries for public opinion. I don't give sorries just because. I don't do that. That's not me. That's not me. Who wants an empty apology? You could have saved that breath for something else. Like my daddy said, you could have saved that breath for your dying bed. You need them extra. I'm just saying. I'm just being real. Like, for instance, Brian Kern said he ain't never getting married. He said this. He said this. And the people still going around, he need to get married. He need a wife. For what? What does he need a wife for? So he can cheat? And then y'all come back out and say something else? No. Has his wife spoken out? Yes. And they spoke together. This is just being me. See, this is where the mess come in. This is where the mess comes in. I want to hear her by herself. I don't want to hear her apology with him. Because when those situations happen, sometimes they're coached. I'm not saying that one was. Sometimes you can feel I don't want to say intimidated, kind of, sort of. You feel shielded, you feel guarded, you don't want to say certain things because of that's why I say I want to just hear from her. Nobody in, I don't want him in the background because a certain eye gesture or movement or something like that can make her just let people be honest and open. We want people to be honest and open, but then when they're honest and open, we beat them down. Which is why people don't want to be honest and open. Then you say, "Oh, you could have came to me and said, well, when I came to you the last time and told you the last thing, you took me off of my duties. You set me down for 30 days." Which I still don't understand that sitting down thing. How do you take, why do you take people out of serving to prove a point? Mm. Was it a typical stand by your husband churchy statement? Yeah. But again, we don't, like I said about Bishop Ellis, it came out to us as new, but then it was years old. So now, where this was dealt with, you have new members who have come to the church in those years. So now this looks like a new thing to them. So now you have them to that you have to explain this year old, how many ever year old situation to. Then your wife has to relive what she went through those years ago again. She might not want to do that. Because if you've moved past it and you've healed, and now it comes to the public, now you have to relive this all over again. Can it cause tension in the house again? Absolutely. Because now I got to hear about this again. Then you are used to it's a lot of things that come with the accountability. I like one of the things that Brian Kern did. I don't not like Brian Kern. Let me say this. Let me say this because people be I don't not like Brian Kern. I see why Brian Kern has the following that he has. Um, he says some good things. He can sing his tail off, but it's not for me to follow. He can't be my covering. But he has a word for somebody. God made a rock cry out. God uses a donkey. God uses the adulterer. People expect things that God never said. Do we remember how many people in the Bible that God used who were in sin, sinners, living recklessly, committing adultery? Did we forget those things? Like, we have to we have to remember that there is no perfect person. There is no, I'm looking for, hold on one second. Hit that like button. Wow. Do y'all get what I'm saying? You you can't say, do you know how many people that have passed on and you found out that they used to abuse their wives or they used to have side pieces or they used to drink, they was drunks in the pulpit. Let's let's call it. They were drunk in the pulpit. They were high off of pills because I don't consider weed or CBD, THC, I don't consider that a drug because there are some people with, we already know, with cancer and all types of things that use it. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about you just drunk a half a glass of Jack Daniels on your way to church and then had two sips before you walked out into the pulpit. That's drunk. The Bible don't say don't drink. It says in excess. That means falling over drunk. Do we do that? Sometimes. Sometimes we don't know our limits. Sometimes drinks is made a little stronger. Sometimes we just feel good. But when you go in the pulpit and do it, that's a different thing. I ain't saying when you at home on a Tuesday, don't drink. That's a lie. Moses denied God publicly and faced consequences. That pattern is different. His failure did not erase his calling, but it brought consequences by God, not people. Peter denied him 3 times, but he became the foundation of the church. So if Peter did what he did, he denied God. That's the one thing that you should never do. That's a commandment that you never have you, but he became the foundation for the church. We can't forget David and Bathsheba. Not only was they having an affair, he arranged her husband's death. Yet God still used him. We talking about, I'm talking about the things that happened and God still used him. Of course the people in the church was probably like, no, he need to be set down, he need to be, but God, who has the last say so, still used him. So if God can still use David, who committed adultery and unaliving, Peter, who denied him publicly, not on the phone. I mean, Moses disobeyed God publicly. Moses said, whatever, to his face. Whatever, in front of everybody. He ain't gonna tell me what I'm going in front of everybody. Did he face consequences? Yes, he did. But his consequences came from God, not the people. Peter, the one everybody, Peter said, because Peter said, Peter's Jesus, but Peter, what? Peter. But he denied Jesus 3 times. And still is the foundational church leader. So why can't we forgive these? Why can't we have the same for these pastors? I ain't saying just take any and everything, but at the end of the day, we can't chastise them. Can we bring attention to stuff? Absolutely. But bringing attention to how another pastor raises his money, or bringing attention to how another pastor treats his congregation, or how another preacher, if we don't go to that church, we don't send our tithe or offering there, why do we get so involved? Is it juice? Yeah, it's juicy. It's messy. We can talk about it. But when you go to telling people, just leave, just leave, leave and go where, sir, ma'am? Leave and go where? Don't put people out with no instruction. Don't leave people out in the street. Well, I got no place to go. I'm alone in this big city. Will you be a friend and help me? What do you do? Just put them out and say, don't worry, be happy? Do you recommend another church for them to go to that you feel like is good? I can't really listen to somebody that don't do nothing, ain't got no covering, don't know. I can't really take advice from them. Could just be me. Could just be me. But then I can appreciate a leader who has been through something and can tell me something and can tell me how to get through it, even if they still in it. Hey, don't do this, because listen, I did this and this is my consequences right now. This is what. But when we hide stuff from people and we act like everything is good and we act like everything is perfect and we act like we don't do nothing and we don't touch nothing and we don't cuss and we don't, it shouldn't be in your vocabulary. Why? I might want to say it be instead of boo-boo. I might want to say damn instead of dang it. It's in the Bible. We get so some people of what people say, but then we let a bishop call a woman a hoe in the pulpit. We let a pastor call women stupid and dumb and ignorant and all of those things in the pulpit. So we pick and choose. Folks pick, I ain't gonna say we. Folks pick and choose what it is that can be said, what it is a leader should and shouldn't do. I don't feel like a leader should do that, but ain't nobody said nothing. So again, are we holding leaders to a higher standard than everybody else? I say, yeah, we shouldn't. Let God take care of them. Let God take care of them. That's all I got. That was all I wanted to say. It was just some things that I was thinking. I hope you all enjoyed. I appreciate you guys for sticking and staying. I appreciate you guys for talking back to me. I appreciate you guys for the cash apps. I thank you. 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 Let's see. Oh, you know what? This is what I forgot before we get out of here. We have people that are getting their mugs. I just got my notification. Mine is on the way. If you have not received your Sean Talks mug or your Her Edition mug, you can still order them. Just go down to where you hit the like button. If you look over a few, it'll say shop, and you can go to the shop and you can get one of those mugs. You also can get one of those mugs. Enjoyed your perspective. Have a wonderful day. Just so being me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. These are the ways to give, the ways to support our show, to support our content, to show that you are in support. Likes are always the most important because it keeps us in the algorithm. But when you support us monetarily, it helps us to build. I got my mouse yesterday. I got some things for my wall that some people got for me off of the Amazon wish list. It is still up. If you would like to support that way, by all means, you can do that too. I'm out of here. I see y'all in these YouTube streets sometime later on today. You all have a blessed rest of your day. Bye bye.